these kids have been through so much trauma, and so many of them are alone, that books are company, you know? Wow. Well, this is just the beginning, actually. I'm getting a little bit nervous about how many more might come.
Tell me how this came about, this project of trying to get books and who they're for.
Well, for the last few months, I've been trying to figure out how I can help back home. I was born in Sri Lanka. I am very much American as well. And it's been frustrating for me to be over here and to see how much suffering has been going on. So I'm not a humanitarian, I'm not an expert, I'm not somebody who's going to go out in the field, but I thought, what can I send? And so I asked around and I did some research and I contacted some wonderful organizations. One is Sarvodaya, which is based in Sri Lanka, and Manithanayam, which means love of humanity. And I asked what they needed, and books seem to be in need because there are a lot of orphans, there are a lot of displaced children who are not in their homes.
The Bravest Cat, the true story of Scarlett.
Oh, and Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed.
Excellent.
That's a great one. The biggest obstacle was figuring out how to get them there, because collecting the books is not so much a problem. We live in a very, privileged environment where people have a lot of books that they're willing to give. But shipping them to Sri Lanka would have been very difficult. There are a lot of restrictions and customs duties, and so the next obstacle was figuring out, how do I get them there? And I contacted the U.S. Embassy, and they very kindly helped me figure out a way to get them there. And so now the Asia Foundation, which has a satellite office in Colombo, Sri Lanka, they have offered to ship the books in a container. They have a container that goes regularly to Sri Lanka with aid and supplies. And so they are delivering the books for me.
Does it pay well?
No, it doesn't pay well. If I had to put a dollar amount on it, I usually don't like to reveal my finances, but it's anywhere between $30,000 and $50,000 a year. That's kind of the cap on what I can make. As a producer, you make a certain percentage of the budget. As a theater artist, you make, a few $100s a week. But I have a very good life. I have no complaints. I don't like furs and diamond rings, so I don't need to buy them.